Excellent.
Good. Good. Thank you for the raid. Calculated, by the way. Hold. Let me try to figure something out. We're opening Pokemon cards today. I got 3 packs. I technically already opened one of these packs. I mean, you'll never be able to tell, because I taped it all up. But, yeah, I'm going to open those in a second. Thank you for the raid, Jess. I heard that you're going to go... I didn't really hear that much. I heard that you need to go freshen up or something. But I don't know, really, because it fucking cut out. I don't know what the hell is wrong with my internet. lately. I was gonna raid because you don't deserve it, but okay. Why? What? Why not? Why are you so fucking mean? I'm gonna end my stream. Fuck you. This happened the other day too. And I ended my stream. Rosin didn't think I would, but I fucking did. You're lucky I want to open the Pokemon packs. The other day I didn't want to stream. I just like decided to go live. And then Rosin said something that I didn't like, so I threatened to go offline, and then he said do it, and I went okay. And then I just went offline, and I never came back. That's why he went live and said that I quit. But yeah, here we are. The gamer of the century. This is awkward? What's awkward? What's going on my YouTube? Something awkward? Oh, fuck. You know what isn't awkward? I hit 400 subs. I didn't even know this. Huh. I'm at 400 subscribers on YouTube. That's actually pretty cool. Hello, Ella. How you doing? Welcome on in. Anyways, who's gonna change that and bring that to down to $3.99? The threat? Wait, what's the threat? Pokemon. Is the threat? Oh, the threat that I just said. Sorry, I am not paying attention. I'm doing good. Procrastinating from writing. What are you writing? Welcome on in, and I'm glad that you are doing well. I am probably not going to be live for very long tonight because it's 11 PM and I've got work tomorrow. But we're doing Pokemon. I've got 3 Mega Evolution packs, and I'll tell the story of why I've got these 3 packs in a second. I'm just waiting for my friend Supreme Jess to come back. She just raided me. Finished up playing Heavy Rain after 8 hours. Go and follow Supreme Jess. Very, very cool streamer, and I would never say anything bad about her. You're writing a novel. What kind of novel are you writing? That's pretty cool. So I'm world building. I wouldn't say that I'm writing a novel or anything like that, but I'm world building because I'm making a game series. I'm making an RPG and a trading card game, hence the love for Pokemon packs. This love for Pokemon packs just started about a month ago, to be honest. The trading card game that I'm making, that started back in 2023, and ever since then, I've been like thinking up this story. I'm not a writer by any means, but at the very least, I've kind of got everything in my mind, and some of it is written down. And if you were to ask me anything about the world, I could tell you bits and pieces, but I'm actually looking for a writer to kind of set this into stone and write a proper lore or story to tie it all together, because as I said, I'm not a writer. It's actually really hard, so I respect what you do. Fantasy adventure is right up my alley because, again, the trading card game that I'm doing is fantasy kind of genre, like think World of Warcraft or Arcane, kind of something similar to that. But yeah, we are definitely similar in the creative aspect. Are you left-handed? Some guy yesterday when I was at work was like, thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. Some guy was like really fascinated by the fact that I was left-handed, and he was like, oh, you must be a creative. And yeah, I guess I am. And he went on to tell me that he does a lot of art and music, and he has like this band, and he showed me this band that he plays in, and it's not good. But he's got music on Spotify, which, I mean, good on him. It's not my kind of jam, but he's there. I had to invent a magic system, which has been super fun to do. That would be super hard, but yeah, I can imagine. Definitely super fun. My stepdad is left-handed. I got used to it. Wait, so are you ambidextrous? Not the co-worker music? Do I have... Hold on. I don't have it on hand. Never mind. Never mind. I'm right-handed, but I'm used to other people being left-handed. I see. Well, yeah, that was an interesting one from yesterday. So I work in something completely different to what we would be used to, like with your creative kind of genre. I work in telecommunications and retail. Not a very creative field there. So it gets kind of boring. So in all honesty, sometimes I do like talking to customers about this kind of thing. But I said that there was a story about these Pokemon packs. I guess we'll start in the beginning. 1 month ago, on the 1st of November, I decided it was time to finally look into other trading card games to get ideas for my trading card game. And what trading card game would be better to look at than Pokemon? Probably Magic. Probably Magic the Gathering would have been better. But I digress. We ended up started collecting Pokemon cards. I've got now 87 or 88 cards in my collection outside of these packs. I've spent $1,500 in the last month. I've created a problem. So when I saw that the convenience store upstairs from my workplace had Mega Evolution Pokemon packs, I went up to the counter and I asked, how much are they? $15 per pack. Luckily, they give me a discount, and then I looked up the price. It's actually cheaper than the market value, the resale market value, not the RRP, the retail price, but like the actual market value. You can find these for a lot cheaper. I paid 13 Australian dollars for them. Apparently Jess93, not Supreme Jess, who you'll see in a second, she pays like $9 for a pack at her local store. Yeah, I paid $13. I got 3 of them. I opened one at the store, so I'll show you what I got. I just taped it up just because I wanted it to be safe and didn't want to damage it on the way back home. My magic system basically works off of knowledge of what you're trying to do. The best example is healing magic is based on your knowledge of anatomy. Okay, that's interesting. So like, what could be a good one? Like, for example, a math magician? That could be an interesting concept for your story, for your novel. A math magician instead of a mathematician. Anyways, I'll show you the good cards straight away. By the way, these are English cards. That's the code if anybody wants it. There it is. I used to like keep these for myself, but I don't use them, so I might as well just show the camera, give it to somebody else who actually might make use of it. These are English cards. I usually collect Japanese ones, but these are more expensive because they're English. And the good card I got in this pack was a full art rare candy. I looked up the price of it. It's actually really cool. Like I actually don't mind this at all. So I am going to sleeve this in a second. But the value of it isn't fantastic, but it's a $5 card. So not too bad. And then just behind it, which I thought was really funny, I got a Beware. So a Beware with rare candy. Questions have been asked in my head. Let me go ahead and sleeve these. And then we'll open the next pack when Jess gets back. But yeah, that's kind of cool. Fantasy setting, you've got a magic system. How do you tackle different... Okay, so this might sound like a weird question, but I guess it's not so weird because it's fantasy. do you have different like factions and races and stuff like that, or is it just humans in your story? Because I've found that to be very difficult to set up, because you've got to think politically. I'm not a very political person, so you've got to think politically and logically, and you've got to make sure that X faction has this tie to this faction, and then what if this faction does this, and then how does that impact this faction, and so on and so forth. Like, I found that really, really difficult to kind of comprehend and put all together, but I can say relatively confidently now that I'm pretty happy with the world demographic of my fantasy game and story. And I think this is... So, okay, I was watching YouTube a few months back, and I was watching something on George R.R. Martin. I think it was... it wasn't him speaking, but it was like... It was one of those Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones review channels where they kind of just, like, break down... they break down, like, a scene or a segment or what the writer has said about X. And this guy was talking about, he quoted George R.R. Martin saying he doesn't know anything in the middle portion of his stories when he's creating them. He just starts from the end and then works backwards. And so I took that concept with my story, and that's how I've kind of created what I've created so far. Is I have like a definitive end that could be expanded on later, but it's a definitive end at the moment, and I'm kind of still working on the journey to get to that end point. And I don't know, is that like a good technique to work with, or like what's your process with that? It's different factions, subspecies of humans. We have the powerless humans, normal mages who were first gifted with magic, elves who had made a deal with an unknown god for immortality, and beastkin, a tribe of warriors who have pledged allegiances to their own gods to have the ability to transform into a different type of beast. Okay, interesting. I'm seeing some parallels and similarities to my story, actually, because generally in my story, I mean, I wouldn't say it's, what's the word for it? What's the word for Lord of the Rings when it comes to fantasy in terms of like magic level? It's like light magic or something like that. I wouldn't say that my world is light magic or light on magic. It's closer to like how WoW or World of Warcraft rather uses magic in their story. But a lot of humans in my world aren't magical, and generally speaking, magic was taught to the humans by what we would consider to be elves, but in the story that I've written, they're called lightkin, because they use the power of light to kind of warp it into a magic. That's how that story operates. I've not gone so deep into like actually creating a magic system or knowing exactly how it works, but generally the lightkin in my story, they're healers. They typically use magic for healing purposes, but they could also use it to inflict damage, for protection, whatever it is. And so some humans learned from those lightkin, and they're actually shunned for it because the lightkin are effectively outsiders who came from a different world and like pretty much invaded the very, very like north of the map. Anyways, Beastkin are specifically inspired by Dutch werewolves. As in Dutch mythology, they are just witches that transform into animals, not people cursed. Okay. That's kind of cool. My process is similar in a way. I'll first imagine the antagonist first, and expand upon why he's doing this, and who's he doing this against. and spiral into madness from there. Well, that's it. Like, me even just explaining it for a second, like my story, kind of went into a tangent, into another tangent. It's like so hard to keep a track of like what I'm trying to explain because like there's so much in my head that dude, there's so many. I can understand now why famous writers like Tolkien, like George R.R. Martin, like really good writers can have holes in their stories because you can make up a rule like months ago and completely forget it because you haven't written it down, or even if you have written it down, there's just so much in the story or in the lore that you've created that it's so easy to forget. But anyways, I picked Dutch because I'm half Dutch on my mom's side. Very cool. Where in the world are you from? Welcome, Jess. I opened this pack earlier, like at work. So I'll show you what I pulled. We got a reverse holo execute. Very cool. We got, I believe this is a reverse pedophile bear. Beware. Ow, my eyes. And to go along with the pedo bear, some candy, full art, which I think now that I realize, I don't know why I showed you because I literally DM'd it to you. I just remembered. And you read it on stream. Anyways. You're in America. Nice. You and Jess are neighbors. Congratulations, Jess. Want to get in the truck for candy? Dude, if I was a kid and you came up to me and said, do you want some candy? I would already be in the truck. And then I'd drive away with the truck, and then the candy would be mine. And then I'd open the truck, and then there would be a bunch of kids in the truck, and I'd be like, kids, and then I'd kill them all. Anyways, I'm gonna open these packs. Yippee! I love Pokemon packs. Very cool. So I looked at the card list for this. I actually have a lot of these already because I've been buying them individually, as you know. That is the code. Upside down again. Any codes in chat? We got one to the front, and hopefully I did this right, because we got an energy here, and here we go. We got a Ponyta. Oh, Tom, do you want me to give you this card? I'll trade you this for the Alakazam. Oh, not the Alakazam, the Kadabra. Give me Kadabra, I'll give you Lopunny. Do we got a deal? Sup, Ben? Oh, perfect timing. You're coming in at the right time for this. The basic plot of the book so far has been about a man becoming a teacher for a prestigious school, trying to live a good life, unknowing to the world governments, on the brink of war, especially since someone is out to ruin his life. That's really cool. Have you got anything like written down anywhere that we could read out of curiosity? Alright, Tom, I'll put this to the side for you. We got... What the fuck is that? I have never heard of this in my life. Graphai? AI? Alright. Whatever. Riolu! I like Riolu. That's a cute card. These are all bulk trash, but I still like looking at the art. Chi Yu? Is this a Chinese Pokemon? My brethren. If you didn't know, I'm half Chinese. Ooh, we got a surfing beach. Should I rip this? I fucking hate beaches. Oh, Latios. I'm in the process of editing chapter 1 and writing chapter 2, but I'm happy to accept any beta readers. Yeah, sign me up. I would love that. Jump into our Discord or something, and if you want, just DM me. Oh, another Xerneas. I've got 3 of these already. Fucking kill me. Ah, Tangela. And... yeah, Ben. Does it say yeah, Ben? Yveltal. I've never heard of this Pokemon in my life. That looks like actual trash. Well, that pack sucked. Alright, final pack. God, I can't believe we already opened one of these 2 packs. Good pace on this because I really need to use the bathroom. By the way, I don't know if I'm going to be playing WoW on stream tonight. You know what? I'll leave it up to Tom. Tom, would you like to Hearth or would you like me to play WoW? This is Mega. They're all Megas. So I'll recap. At the store that I work at, there's a convenience store that we're working with at the moment, and they sell Mega Evolution packs for $15, which is so expensive, but I get a staff discount, so I decided to buy 3. Alright. Oops. Upside down. Alright, we got some water energy. I think that's my first water energy. Tyrogue. Sobble. Ponyta, but electric. Baneri. Tom, do you want this one? This is like the child version of Lopunny, and I know how you feel about children. Anyways, we got Ninjask, Marshadow, Chi-Yu again. Is this the last one? What the fuck is that? Oh no, there's one more. Goldengo? Alright, I think this is the last one. Here we go, give me full art. That's not a full... oh no, there's one more. 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 I didn't see that right. What is this? Chlorwitzer? Alright, sure. Final one. Pray... come on, please. Just bless me with something good. Give me Lily's determination. Fuck. God damn it. Well, that's a shame. The best card I got was definitely the full art rare candy. But all in all, what a ripoff. They probably weigh those packs. I really need to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. And then we'll decide what I do. If I go offline or if I continue with WoW. BRB. Dude, I can't believe you missed it. I stalled for so long. You really didn't miss anything. I didn't get anything good. Let's go over it again. I got this, Hariyama. I got Klawitza. And then I got this guy. These are all reverse hollows, from what I can tell, in the darkness. Didn't even pull the rare candy on stream. I fucking pulled that at work. I got this guy. Tangela. And another Xerneas. Xerneas has to be the most common, like, fucking, what do you call it? Reverse hollow in this set. It's actually insane. And then all the bulk is kind of garbage. I got a water energy. I got a surfing beach. I got a basic energy, mystery garden, switch, and a basic energy. Very cool. Zard UPC is calling me like the... Don't do it. Don't do it, dude. I will not allow this. You have to hold on to that for 5 years. Do you want me to hold on to it for you? I'll gladly put it aside, and I'll forget about it, to be honest. And then I'll give it back to you for a fee. Teehee. I'm gonna sleeve the hollows, but I know there's no point. But I might as well. Time to rent a safe? Just take the one from work. Maybe we still have the old one. You can take that. What do you think happened to the old one? Fuck, I hate English cards. Do you reckon they'd ever sell Japanese packs? W.H. Smith? Yeah, get a storage container, put a padlock on it, give me the key. I don't know where you live, so, like, I can't go and fucking, you know, steal it from you or anything. But I'll just mind the key. I'll probably lose it, to be honest. But, you know, it'll be a good idea until it's not a good idea. So, Ben, are you giving me one of those, or, like, what's the go? Alright, all of that stuff is sleeved. but it's pretty much all trash. Negative? Well, that's rude. I can't be bothered to put them in the binder, so I'm just going to keep it to the side and forget about it and do it in a few days. I have a couple of 151s coming, probably in a couple weeks' time. Or not a couple weeks' time, in a couple days' time. So whenever that comes, I'll do another one of these and we can open 2 packs. Wow. I love opening booster packs. Yippee. Who knows? Maybe I'll get a... What's even good in 151 that I don't have already? 151 card list. My eyes. Stop. Turn it off. What the fuck? Where's the cards? Why is it not loading? Hello? Okay. Alright, I'll just look at it this way. I hate all the EXs. I want to look at the secret arts. Ponyta. Alright, here we go. So, I would want the Charmander and Charmeleon and Charizard. I would want the Wartortle and the Blastoise. Would I want the Caterpie? That's a kind of a cool card. I think I hate this Pikachu. I don't think I like this at all. I do like, however, the Psyduck. Yeah, I've never seen this Caterpie either. It's kind of nice looking. I've got the Poliwhirl already. You know what? I said earlier that I would want the Machoke and Machamp. I've changed my mind. I don't want these because I think the art style looks garbage. I don't know what it is about it that made me change my mind, but I guess I looked at it closer. I really don't like this art style. I don't know. Oh. That's okay. Jess93 got this the other day in her packs, which is pretty cool. Omanyte's not bad. I actually really like this Dragonair. These are all trash. I got this in a PSA 10. Definitely would want these two. Would I want Giovanni's Charisma? I don't know. This is in my wish list. I think this is a sick card. Very, very cool art. And you know what? Erica's Invitation's kind of a nice looking card too. Okay, so we can pull a few pretty cool cards in this set. Sus DM off stream. Alright. What the fuck? I'm so confused about what this is, Ben. I remember buying so many packs of Paldean Fates in Japanese and not hitting anything. There's a few cards in Paldean Fates that are amazing, huh? Let's have a look at that. Because that's the one with the shinies, right? There's a lot of shiny looking cards that I really like the look of. Yeah, that's got the Bubble Mew, you're right. I can tell you I got these three. Oddish, Gloom, and Vileplume. I got the Voltorb as well, wherever that is. There it is. Wait, they did make a Kadabra. Interesting. Because remember, they're not allowed to make Kadabra. Maybe maybe they are now. The thing was lifted. Can Pokemon create Kadabra cards? They got the rights back recently. Pokemon can create Kadabra cards now as long as a long-standing ban was lifted by illusionist Geller in 2020. Okay. And Kadabra only returned in 2023. How the hell did they not make him like a full art or anything like amazing then? This is all Kadabra gets after being banned from the fucking card game for like 20 years? That's insane. I'm gonna say something. I don't like this card. I understand why it's expensive, but I think this card looks like shit. I don't like it. But it's a super, super, super expensive card. Chris has like 2 of them. I was actually thinking of getting, was it the Paldean student one? There was like a Kanto student one, or something like that. Or like Kanto Friends. I thought that looked pretty cool. That's not bad. Kabuto stuff? I haven't. That's actually really nice. What is that? See, I don't like this because I can't tell what's going on. I had to zoom in to see that it's a fucking Charizard. Shiny Gardevoir looks nice though. Go on eBay and search the price of a first edition Kabuto. $42? How can you call that excellent? That's not excellent. I don't know. It's a $1,000 card, is a PSA 9. God damn. And this is like nothing special, right? This is just a common card. Like this isn't hollow or anything like that. It's just Kabuto. That's pretty funny. Wait, what? Oh, that's a buy it now. This is a bid for a PSA 10. That's at $500. Some guy bought 90% of the Kabutos to drive the price. Are you serious? That was something that I was talking about with someone the other day. It was someone at work. Kabuto first. Okay, so it's like $3 here back in 2021. It hit $1.43. Imagine buying it here. Or buying out all of them here. And then what? Right here, 2025, $1.59. Ungraded $7. No, it's at 10. Either way, that is a spike upwards. Is this the right one? Because why am I seeing it for $10 here, but on eBay I'm seeing it for like 40? Kabuto King. New Kabuto's 24. Total Kabuto count 1718. Not stopping until every Kabuto has a home. So he wants to buy every Kabuto. God damn. Is this gonna be me and Darkrai? Oh my god. Could you imagine trying to do that to Darkrai? Darkrai card list. To get one of every Darkrai, there's 81 cards in Darkrai's collection, and it would cost you 3,000 USD. Good luck. Good luck. Imagine if he gets like twice that amount and then burns all of them, bar his slabs. I think he should. I think he should. Kill that fucking stupid idiot Pokemon. Maybe I should buy a Kabuto. Dude, hold on to the Kabuto forever. Just never let him... no matter how much money I would be offered, I would never let it go. Just knowing that he can't complete his fucking collection would make me so happy. I like this card, by the way. Darkrai, Black... What was it? Star Promo? This is $80 flat. Looks in really good nick, except for the edges there. God damn it, how do I get into Pokemon searching again? Why am I here? Is that off center? Oh yeah, you're right. I didn't notice. Definitely right heavy. And $80 for that? When it's a $48 card? I can't stop. You want to see my watch list? So, in 2 days, this ends. There's a PSA 10. I'm not gonna bid on this, don't worry. But imagine if I got this for a decent price. Like, how much is Lugia Silver Tempest actually worth at a PSA 10? $1,350. That's the English one. Still $1,000. Imagine I got this for like $200 because nobody was bidding on it. Like, that would be insane. There's only 2 days left and it's only at $100 on the bid. There's one problem with it though. Located in China. My rule is generally Japan or Australia only. Sometimes I've bent the rule for America, but I don't know how I feel about buying from China. But yeah, I'll keep watching this one. We got a Dark Kadabra, a Sabrina's Kadabra, which went down in price. And it looks good condition. There's a couple of marks, but you know, these always have that. $8.90 is pretty cheap for this card. I only want it because I just like the art on this. I think this is the nicest looking Kadabra card. But I don't think this is a good price compared to the price charting. Oops. Wait, what? Sabrina's Kadabra numbers. It's 64, not 63. Yeah, the value's about $4. $4.50. Whereas this is double the price. But with how good the quality is, I don't know, maybe this is worth the price. It's so cheap anyway. And another thing that I'm thinking of is, if I wanted to artificially inflate the price, buying higher on a card like this is actually a good thing, because I can report it to this website and then the value of the card goes up, and then other people who might look at buying this card will be like, oh, you know, the price is higher now. I don't know if that's how that works. You should look at trying to get into the card cleaning business. I have such shaky hands, dude. But maybe I could clean all my cards, send them to PSA and get 10s back. Imagine. I do really... Okay, so I want this Sabrina's Kadabra. I want this shiny Entei. There's another Sabrina's Kadabra there, but it's more expensive. We've got the... Oh, wait. This is the censored one. Disgusting. Remove that. I want the uncensored one. Thank you. We've got a vintage Japanese Pokemon card, TCG, Nintendo Peachy, whatever, arcade card. And this needs to be removed. No, no! Don't snitch. I opened some Pokemon packs today on stream, and then I was gonna play WoW before bed, and then my friend Zetsu from work came in, and another friend, Ben7, who we haven't seen in a little while, started telling me about cards to look at, and here we are, now looking at my watch list. But I'll be honest, it is very late for me now, and I did think that this was going to be a short stream. I hate to leave, especially when you came in. By the way, fucking awesome stream the other day, man. I actually really enjoy what you've got going on. It's really cool. The stuff that you do, I'm not joking when I say I would love to pay you to set up my stream even halfway near the quality of what you've got. It's actually insane. Let me see if anybody is on that I can raid. Because yeah, I am feeling it a little bit. I am just a bit tired. I've actually got nobody in my follow list that's live. So if you guys, oh my god, you can tell I'm tired because I can't speak. If you guys have any suggestions on raid, let me know. Otherwise, I'm gonna call it. I'm working tomorrow and then I'm finally off for the first time in 5 days on Monday. So I think I'm gonna use the Monday as my rest day. Maybe I'll stream on Monday, but I'm not sure. Tuesday will probably be the day that I do the IRL stream that I want to do, where I'm actually going to take inspiration from Lou in the chat, our resident Florida man, and I'm going to go to the park with some boomerangs and throw them, and I'm going to try to beat your record. I'm going to try to hit like 15 catches. 15 catches in a row. Do you believe I can do it? Alright. Thank you for being here. And guys, I appreciate it. Thank you, Jess, for the raid. Go and follow Jess because she had a great stream and I really enjoyed it, and you should. And if you don't, I will end you. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye. I guess follow me as well, but you don't have to. You should just follow Jess, and maybe Izzy, and Rosin, and Tom. Not Smock, though. Alright, bye.